Learning Improvement. I'm Luke T. Barnett, author of the Half Work series. So today we've got this, we're looking at repetition. So let's read this real quick. Kara walked over and picked up the gun. The gun was heavy, but lighter than most guns. She noticed the gun held only half a charge. "Robert," she scolded, "this gun isn't charged." Kara swung the gun around and pointed it at Robert. Robert threw up his hands at Kara. "Whoa, Kara," Robert said. "A half-charged gun can still kill a man. Point that gun somewhere else." Kara lowered the gun, looking sheepish. Now, I just said gun about 20 times, so we obviously need to do something about this. There's multiple ways to do this. Let's just start with the first sentence, okay? So Kara walked over and picked up the gun. That's fine. Because we're identifying Kara, the character, and we're identifying the object she's seeking, which is the gun. The gun was heavy, but it was a lighter gun than most guns. Okay, we don't need all those guns. Some people need lots of guns, but we don't need that many. So let's change this. It was heavy because we just said the gun, so we know what it is referring to. We know that it is referring to gun, so there's it there. It was heavy, but a lot. But oh, look at that! I made an error. It was heavy, but lighter than most. But a lighter gun. That's right. Okay, but a lighter gun than most guns. We don't need this in there at all. Let me get rid of the A. There we go. So now it was heavy, but lighter than most guns. So Kara walked over and picked up the gun. It was lighter, but heavier. It was heavy, but lighter than most guns. We still don't need that second gun. We can just say most, because we're still referring to a gun and other guns like it. So we gotta reread again and again and again to get this repetition right. So Kara walked over and picked up the gun. It was heavy, but lighter than most. She noticed the gun held only half a charge. Only a half charge. Half a charge might actually work better. It held only a half charge. Yeah, see, that's kind of awkward to say. So I know about repetition, but let's just fix this anyway. Half a charge. There we go. Excuse me. So she noticed the gun held only half a charge. She noticed that it held only half a charge. So we're all in the same paragraph. We're still talking about her and the gun. So we can still keep it simple without having to say the word gun again. And it still works just fine. So let's go down here. "Robert," she scolded. Now you know let's replace Kara with she, with pronouns. Pronouns are very useful. You don't want to overdo it. You want to say she. You don't go back and forth between Kara and she. But there's other ways you can do it too, and we'll get to that. "Robert," she scolded, "this gun is in charge." Now she's speaking now. Now you could try to avoid repetition here. I think it's probably okay, but if you want to make it a little more, you could just say this thing is in charge. And it depends on your character's personality, how they're going to react, what they're going to say. Excuse me. So now let's go on. Kara swung the gun around and pointed at Robert. Robert threw up his hands at Kara. So let's go back here. "Robert," she scolded, "this thing is in charge." Let's just replace this with a she. She swung the gun around, because we're still talking about Kara here, even though she's talking to Robert. She swung the gun around and pointed at Robert. Robert threw up his hands at Kara. Now, we can just make this two sentences, one sentence. Who threw up his hands? She swung the gun around and pointed at Robert, who threw up his hands at Kara. This doesn't sit right. We can just say, who subsequently threw up his hands. Look at that, we just got rid of a lot of repetition just by doing that. And so we're coming up on our time, so we'll continue this next time. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments. Be sure to watch the next video for the conclusion of this. And keep on writing, keep on improving.